The anti-fake news bill is unanimously regarded by all journalists worth their salt as the biggest ever threat to press freedom once it becomes law. In fact, even former Information Minister Datuk Seri Najib is shocked by the wide-ranging implications of the anti-fake news bill, calling on the public to scrutinize it, which is clearly impossible if the bill is to be rushed to become law before the 14th general elections as one of the ultra weapons against the Pakatan Harapan and civil society and to save Prime Minister Najib's political life. RISE has presciently warned of the wide implications of the anti-fake news bill on the government groups, NGOs and individuals, pointedly asking what would happen if fake news came from the government. The political cartoonist Zuna hit the bull's eye when he said the new legislation was aimed at hiding corruption, as Putrajaya found it difficult to control the free flow of information on the internet, like how it controlled the mainstream media. Should the last act of the 13th Parliament be to enact a law which will be a new weapon to cover up corruption, to entrench Malaysia's three I's: ignominy, infamy, and iniquity of a global kleptocracy? I find no assurance in the statement yesterday by the Communications and Multimedia Minister, Saleh Said Kerouac, when he met foreign correspondents, that the US Department of Justice filings on 1MDB won't be considered fake news. Would the local media be liable for prosecution under the Anti-Fake News Act for publishing the 1MDB reports of foreign publications? Clearly, the Anti-Fake News Bill is in fact a save Najib from 1MDB scandal bill. As the Deputy Minister for Communications, Jailani Johari, had let the cat out of the bag when he told Parliament last week that any information related to 1MDB not verified by government authorities is considered fake news. Let me ask the Minister in the PM's department, Azalina, whether Najib will be the first to be charged under the Anti-Fake News Act 2018 for the fake news that he has been cleared by the PAC of any wrongdoing in the 1MDB scandal when the bill is passed by Parliament, assented by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong and gazetted. That Azalina give this answer with the full endorsement of the Attorney General and the Inspector General of Police, which would mean that the police will be arresting Najib for the crime of false news, so that the first test case of this new law in the courts will be the Prime Minister himself being charged under the Anti-False News Act 2018.
Akta ini hanya akan digunakan ke atas pengkritik kerajaan dalam negeri. Bagi media asing, tak apa, you cakap apa you nak cakap. Sebab orang rakyat Malaysia tak baca media asing. Manakala bagi pengkritik dan pembangkang di Malaysia yang sebut tentang perkara-perkara dalam USDOJ akan ditangkap, di-charge dan dipenjarakan bawah akta berita palsu ini. So kita minta supaya pihak menteri jawab dengan jelas. Jangan jawab macam ni kepada media asing, jawab macam tu dalam Parlimen kepada rakyat Malaysia. Ini merupakan satu akta yang cukup kejam, cukup anti-demokratik dan cukup tidak mengikut perlembagaan Malaysia dan patut ditolak secara keras oleh semua rakyat Malaysia, termasuklah semua ahli Parlimen di sini.